Now, if you and your spouse have an agreement as to all issues, particularly who's going to have custody, what the visitation schedule is going to be like, how much the child support is, if there's any alimony awarded, and how you're going to divide your property and your debt, then you're going to have an uncontested divorce. Now, if you have these issues involved in your divorce, you'll want to retain the services of an attorney to help draft a formal agreement for you and your spouse that memorializes your agreement and that will be enforced by the court. It's very important that you have that agreement approved by the court so that if someone decides not to abide by the agreement, you'll have a remedy and can take them back to court, and the judge can force them to do what they're supposed to do or punish them for not doing so. Now, if you have a situation where you and your spouse do not have any children together, you do not own any property together, and you do not have any mutual or joint debt together, and whatever property you have may be just some personal property and you've already divided that to your satisfaction, and there are no issues with regard to spousal support, basically that is an uncontested divorce that you could use a self-representation packet in. It's very important that you read the guidelines with regard to a self-representation packet in order to determine if your case is appropriate for self-representation. Basically, what that means is that you do not need an attorney to get the divorce for you. All you're looking for is an actual divorce and not for the judge to make any ruling about any issue in your marriage. Now, if you do have children and you've decided who will have custody, it still is not a case that is appropriate for a self-representation packet. It's always better to seek the services of a private attorney when children are involved or when you need to transfer real estate. To use a self-representation packet, you also need to be separated for 1 year prior to filing your action. So if you've already been separated for 1 or more years from your spouse and you've handled all the other issues related to your marriage, then that case would be appropriate for a self-representation packet. Now, you can obtain those from the clerk of court in Horry County, or you can go online to the Horry County website and download the forms for yourself. Prior to doing that, I encourage you to at least meet with an attorney for 1 consultation to make sure that you've been apprised of all of your rights and your obligations and anything that you may be entitled to prior to filing for the divorce. I have seen it a number of times where people think that they are not entitled to certain things and will move forward on the divorce without meeting an attorney and be giving up rights they may not know that they have. So I think it's very important for you to check with an attorney to at least be apprised of your rights prior to filing a self-representation packet. For more information, please see my other informative videos at my YouTube channel at Attorney Regina Ward, or visit my website at attorneyreginaward.com.